Dexter Morgan, Miami's most notorious blood spatter analyst by day, ritualistic vigilante by night, has always walked a razor's edge between ordinary life and his darker compulsion. Throughout his journey, it's not just his victims who shape his fate. The women he lets into his orbit, his girlfriends, partners, and romantic interests become some of the most pivotal figures in his endless battle with honesty, isolation, and the search for connection. Each one brings something unique, not only challenging Dexter's emotional boundaries, but shedding new light on what it truly means to understand, or not understand, the man beneath the monster. Today, we're ranking the 7 levels of Dexter's girlfriends, and by levels, we mean the degree of emotional depth and understanding of Dexter's true nature. From the fleeting surface connections that barely scratch his facade, to those rare, electrifying bonds where Dexter's real self is seen and accepted, or even loved. Level 1 is the shallowest link, offering little genuine intimacy. Level 7 is the summit, not just emotional intensity, but an understanding of Dexter that's as complete as anyone has ever managed. Let's dive in. Level 1, Sofia Rivera. Sofia Rivera is Dexter Morgan's first canon girlfriend, introduced in Dexter Original Sin. A high school student at Bayfront High and Deborah Morgan's closest friend, Sofia often orbited the Morgan family's drama and became infatuated after Dexter protected Deborah from an attack. Their brief romance unfolds in the complicated world of teenage relationships. For Sofia, Dexter was the cute brother she teased, but soon their friendship morphed into a romantic connection, at least on her part. Yet, Dexter's emotional detachment was already present, his approach to the relationship shaped not by passion, but by Harry's teachings to blend in, using romance as part of his cover. Sofia's involvement with Dexter marked several firsts, including Dexter's first real kiss and the first time a romantic partner provided a level of intimacy later echoed in adult relationships. However, it quickly becomes apparent Sofia is drawn to Dexter's quirks, unaware of the darkness beneath. She's the first person to notice his apparent inability to connect, and while she expresses affection with grand gestures such as a spontaneous kiss, Dexter remains distant, barely able to reciprocate genuine feelings. Their relationship leads to a crucial subplot involving a pair of earrings connected to Dexter's first victim, Nurse Mary.
Those earrings. Where'd you get them?
Deb gave them to me.
Sofia unwittingly almost exposes Dexter when Deborah discovers the earrings and lets Sofia wear them. When Sofia found a used condom wrapper in Dexter's truck that stuck to his shoe during a body dump, Sofia thought he was cheating on her and ended their relationship. Sofia earns level 1 as her emotional impact on Dexter is minor, mostly highlighting his struggle to fake normal connections for the sake of his cover. Though she's the first to sense Dexter's inability to connect, her perspective is limited and naive. The fleeting romance offers Dexter an opportunity to sharpen his facade but fails to break the barrier into his true self. Unlike later partners, Sofia's presence foreshadows Dexter's lifelong challenge of constructing intimacy without genuine depth. Level 2, Angela Bishop. At level 2, Angela Bishop stands out as the partner who truly suspected Dexter's darker nature. As Iron Lake's police chief and Dexter's lover in Dexter New Blood, Angela is smart, intuitive, and persistent. She's drawn deeply to the Jim Lindsay persona, but her law enforcement instincts provoke a slow, tense unraveling of the lies Dexter has built. Angela's emotional connection is sturdy, marked by intimacy and concern, but constantly frayed by doubt. She senses Dexter's secrets, investigates his inconsistencies, and ultimately confronts him, forcing Dexter to face the dangerous proximity between love and exposure. Angela's journey as Dexter's partner is fraught with tension. Their romance blooms with honest affection, shared dinners, inside jokes, and family moments with Audrey and Harrison. Yet Angela's suspicions mount. Missing persons cases, Dexter's mysterious past, and his uncanny composure under stress. As she pieces together the clues, her professional instincts collide with personal feelings, climaxing when Angela finally confronts Dexter with damning evidence and arresting him.
What could she possibly know?
Dexter Morgan, you're under arrest for the murder of Matthew Stern Caldwell.
Matt Caldwell's dead?
Get him the out of my house.
The exposure is devastating. Angela's heartbreak is raw, and Dexter's world collapses as he's forced to flee, abandoning hopes for intimacy and redemption. Unlike Sofia, Angela demands answers, pushing Dexter to his limits and changing the trajectory of his story. Angela earns level 2 by pushing further than the previous partner. She's emotionally invested, but her analytical nature supersedes complete understanding. Angela recognizes that Dexter is hiding something monstrous, but never accepts his duality. Her love was strong, but ultimately conditional, constrained by her principles. Angela's impact is larger than life, catalyzing Dexter's fall, yet remains short of the genuine acceptance or depth that defines higher levels. Level 3. Lila West. Lila West represents a dangerous turning point at Level 3. Lila is Dexter's sponsor in Narcotics Anonymous, an artist and pyromaniac with an intuitive grasp of chaos. Unlike Angela and Sophia, Lila immediately sees Dexter as broken and mysterious, and is magnetized by his darkness. Their relationship is volatile and all-consuming. Drawn together by mutual attraction to risk and destruction, Lila is the first to witness Dexter's shadow, probing for secrets and reveling in the glimpses she receives. Yet, her understanding is warped, less compassionate, more possessive and enabling, sparking a destructive spiral. Dexter and Lila's connection starts as therapy and rapidly morphs into obsession. Lila coaxes Dexter into confiding, exploits his vulnerabilities, and ultimately bears witness to his violent side. Lila's own moral boundaries are nearly absent. She manipulates Dexter, sabotages his relationship with Rita, and orchestrates catastrophic events, including murder and arson, to keep him close. Their climax is apocalyptic, with Lila attempting to kill Rita's children and ultimately Dexter himself. Dexter is forced to stop her, ending the relationship with a chilling sense of relief.
You taught me to accept what I am and to trust in the one thing I know with absolute clarity. Thank you.
Lila's presence marks Dexter's first taste of being truly seen and desired for his darkness, yet her acceptance lacks empathy, driving both toward the abyss. Lila's connection earns Level 3 for its depth and danger. She understands Dexter's darkness more than any partner before, even welcoming it, but her insight is destructive, toxic, and selfish compared to the nurturing connection seen later. Unlike Angela, Lila doesn't flinch at Dexter's truth. She exploits it. Her hold on Dexter is profound but painful, leaving scars that shape his future but lacking the love or healing he desperately needs. Level 4. Lumen Pierce. Level 4 belongs to Lumen Pierce, Dexter's partner during Season 5's traumatic arc. Lumen is a survivor rescued by Dexter from serial torture and quickly drawn into his world. Their connection is forged in the crucible of shared trauma. Dexter recognizes in Lumen a reflection of his own need for justice outside the law. Unlike past partners, Lumen is privy to Dexter's methods, his motivations, and his pain. Together, they hunt those responsible for her suffering, forming a partnership that is intimate, empathetic, and fiercely protective, if only temporarily. Their relationship is intense and unique. Dexter mentors Lumen in embracing her inner darkness, teaching her how to choose and execute vengeance. As they eliminate the men who brutalized Lumen, their emotional intimacy deepens late-night planning sessions, confessions of trauma, and moments of comfort and vulnerability. The climax arrives when Lumen completes her revenge, her dark passenger vanishes, and she's able to let go. The emotional farewell is bittersweet. Lumen's healing means she must leave, and Dexter, for once, is genuinely understood and truly alone again.
I have to leave.
What?
Today.
You can't.
I have to.
Despite the brevity, their partnership is marked by profound mutual recognition and compassion. Lumen earns Level 4 by matching Dexter's emotional depth and understanding almost perfectly, but only for a moment in time. Unlike Lila, Lumen's grasp of Dexter's truth is mature and altruistic. She does not seek to exploit or enable his violence, but supports him as an equal. The relationship's fleeting nature keeps it from reaching the heights of the final levels. Lumen heals and must depart because she no longer feels the need to kill. But she knows Dexter must continue killing, leaving Dexter's core loneliness unresolved but momentarily eased. Level 5. Rita Bennett Morgan. Rita Bennett Morgan, Dexter's wife and the emotional anchor of his original series arc, is our Level 5. Rita embodies the warmth, innocence, and hope Dexter desperately desires. Their relationship evolves slowly, beginning as a sanctuary after Rita's abusive past. Dexter seeks solace in her acceptance, allowing Rita to heal his fractured humanity. Though unaware of his secret life, Rita's love provides Dexter with purpose and a sense of normalcy. Her forgiveness and nurturing family create a world where Dexter almost feels whole, if never truly understood. Rita's presence is transformative, offering happiness that Dexter never believed possible. Dexter's bond with Rita is steady and deepening dating, marriage, fatherhood, and the struggle to contain his darkness. Key moments: Dexter's efforts to protect Rita, his devotion to her children, and their home illustrate the appeal and limits of their connection. Yet Rita remains blissfully ignorant of Dexter's real nature. Climax strikes with the Trinity Killer, who murders Rita in a shocking season finale. This trauma shatters Dexter's carefully built life. Rita's death marks his greatest loss, the point where he must reconcile the impossibility of perfect happiness for someone like him. Her absence leaves an aching void, forever haunting Dexter's pursuit of peace. Rita is level 5 because she represents the deepest emotional connection Dexter achieves without true disclosure. She loves Dexter and, within her frame of understanding, supports his efforts to build a normal life. Unlike earlier partners, Rita's influence is healing and sustaining. Yet her failure to truly know Dexter keeps her from the summit, a difference that defines everything that follows. Rita's impact endures, but the final levels surpass her in depth and acceptance. Level 6, Hannah McKay. At level 6, Hannah McKay is Dexter's most complex and complete partner. Hannah is a former criminal and fugitive, marked by her own history of darkness. From their first charged encounters, Hannah perceives Dexter in ways no other woman ever has. She is fearless, perceptive, and fully aware of Dexter's real nature. Their bond is electric, marked by honesty and shared secrets. Hannah not only accepts Dexter's vigilantism, but embraces him in full. She is his equal, his confidant, and ultimately, the person he trusts enough to let go of every mask. Dexter and Hannah's relationship unfolds as a whirlwind of attraction, confession, and mutual support in the shadows. Hannah matches Dexter's darkness, understanding both its origins and its consequences. She challenges Dexter lovingly, protecting him and Harrison, making plans to escape Miami and build a new life together. Trials and betrayals threaten their bond, yet they continue to choose each other, escaping arrest, facing enemies, and battling personal demons. The climax arrives at the end of Dexter's Season 8, when Deborah's death makes Dexter decide to send Harrison and Hannah to Argentina without him in order to keep them safe.
Hi, Harrison. I just wanted to tell you one last time that I love you.
I love you too.
I want you to remember that every single day until I see you again. Daddy loves you.
Okay. Bye.
She still remains the person with whom Dexter shared his entire truth. Hannah is level 6 because her connection to Dexter is the deepest and most complete among romantic partners. She's the only partner to know Dexter's full reality and love him without reservation or limit. Unlike Rita, Lumen, or Lila, Hannah's acceptance is mature, unconditional, and reciprocated. Dexter's willingness to build a future with Hannah, giving her custody of Harrison, underscores the intensity and trust of their bond. Hannah is the summit among romantic partners, but there's one connection that transcends even hers. Level 7, Dexter Morgan. At the absolute summit, level 7, we find Dexter Morgan, Dexter's adoptive sister. Though not a romantic partner, Deborah's emotional and psychological connection to Dexter is both profound and deeply complicated. Over the series, her love, loyalty, and ultimate understanding of Dexter's duality make hers the most transformative relationship in his life. Deborah suspects, uncovers, and ultimately confronts the shocking truth of Dexter's secret world. Her relationship goes beyond familial, exploring love, sacrifice, and confrontation at the deepest levels. Deborah's journey alongside Dexter is tumultuous, from dependence and hero worship to devastating realization. She protects Dexter through countless trials, supports him through his darkest hours, and endures unthinkable revelations. When Deborah learns the truth, her world shatters, and the emotional fallout forces both characters to wrestle with the morality of love and survival. The climactic moment arrives when Deborah must choose between loyalty and justice, ultimately sacrificing herself and her future for Dexter's well-being.
Thanks.
Her unwavering love and acceptance, even through horror and heartbreak, marks her as the only person who truly sees and knows Dexter. Deborah earns level 7 for her unparalleled emotional connection and understanding of Dexter's nature. No one else comes close. She learns every secret, confronts every horror, and offers love that survives even the loss of innocence. Deborah's journey is the emotional axis of Dexter's story, and her fate is the final, most tragic wound Dexter endures. Her knowledge and acceptance eclipse every romantic partner, making her the ultimate summit of Dexter's relationships. From Sophia's fleeting infatuation to Deborah's overwhelming bond, the journey through Dexter's partners is a testament to the power and limits of emotional depth. Each level exposes a different facet of Dexter's need for connection, secrecy, healing, or acceptance. And each woman shapes his story in irreversible ways. Some saw only glimpses, others stared into the abyss, and one dared to embrace it all. Do you think anyone other than Deborah truly understood Dexter's soul? Now that we've unraveled the emotional roller coaster of Dexter's girlfriends and partners, it's time to turn to the darker side of his journey. If relationships shaped Dexter's inner world, then the villains and antagonists on the show tested every limit of his cunning and survival. From relentless investigators to twisted killers, each adversary forced Dexter to evolve, often dramatically and sometimes tragically. So, let's shift gears and dive into the next video to see who truly pushed Dexter to his breaking point.